I just felt that what we're doing for our barbershops, our hair salons, which are all which are all have unannounced inspections on a yearly basis, why we shouldn't be doing the same for our kids. I think it's very important, especially in these days when there's a lot of people, looking for second jobs and so forth. It's absolutely necessary. And most of our facilities, and I want to be very clear on that, are really first class. They do a good job, but there's always a tendency there to cut corners. And if they're cutting corners in our daycare facilities, the people that can get hurt are the kids. The big problem I guess I had was the Christmas treeing of the bill. Every time it came up, everybody had good ideas, and they added on and added on and added on, and it became a cost problem. But as far as the way I look at it is, if they announce inspection, and if everything's fine, they only need one inspection. They don't have to go back. So we can avoid the announced inspections with the unannounced inspections. And definitely it's going to mean that they're going to have to be coming back on occasion because there's been some problems, and the welfare wants to make sure that they are cleaned up. I had my own situation. My family had a large turkey hatchery operation, and we were inspected by the Department of Agriculture. And our contract was with Swift and Company. We were doing about 3 million turkey eggs a year for Swift. The Swift Butterball turkeys came out of our hatchery, and I didn't want to lose my contract. I had no idea when the Department of Ag was going to come out. They could come out once a year. They could come out today. 2 weeks later, they could come out again. I could lose my contract, which I didn't want to do, and I couldn't afford to do. So it just keeps you on your toes when you don't know that those inspectors are going to be there. I am most hopeful, and I guess in the beginning everybody was looking at it as a second inspection, which would double the cost of welfare. But, as I explained to the committee this morning, that it really shouldn't take a second inspection. The first inspection is fine. Like in our own facility, I made sure it was whenever they were going to be there. We were on our toes. We did our job the way it's supposed to be done. We don't need a second inspection. So there shouldn't really be much of any cost connected with it. And that was one of the problems. I am most hopeful, and I had unanimous approval today in caucus, and as Representative Petrie from Bucks County said, I've been with this in the beginning, and it's something that should have been done a long time ago. And I'm hopeful that it's handled this session. I want to do it before I have to leave the House.